far did you get? Did you manage to see the magistrate?
This is a testament to my...
I got to see Lady Sanhua.
Please, follow me. Kindly have a seat. Lady Sanhua will be with you shortly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. I apologize for the delay. My name is Sanhua, the bodyguard of Madame Magistrate. I regret to inform you that Madame Magistrate is currently away. Prior to her departure, she instructed me to bring you these tokens and a welcome gift. Madame Magistrate advised you to explore what these tokens represent during her absence. This may help you acquire the information you desire sooner. I apologize for the inconvenience, but please rest assured she will be here to meet you in 3 days' time. Sorry, I cannot disclose her whereabouts at this time. Please trust me that she is eagerly looking forward to meeting you in person. Pardon my inability to provide a better answer. Madame Magistrate has a task that she must handle alone, but she has never for one moment forgotten about her meeting with you. Not knowing exactly when you'd arrive, she had to leave without having the chance to welcome you in person. Because she will require at least 3 days to complete her current task. Madame Magistrate wanted to assure you that in 3 days, by any means, she will return to meet you in person. I'll be sure to convey your kindness to Madame Magistrate. Please accept my sincerest gratitude. Yes, Madame Magistrate does hope to have your assistance. But there is no rush for a decision. She does not want to pressure you into anything you may not desire. We invite you to learn about our situation before making a final commitment. When it comes to these tokens, it is never her intention to confuse you with the puzzles. Instead, they should serve as clues that lead you toward the truth. Madame Magistrate deeply regrets not having the time to deliver her messages to you in person. We value your presence far more than you might imagine. The same goes for any and all information about you. Since Madame Magistrate is currently away, I cannot make the final confirmation on her behalf. But you are truly exceptional. Regarding that, my eyes can see the frequencies of all living beings. Or rather, those frequencies are the only thing I can see. You share the same frequency with Madam Magistrate. You look undistorted and authentic in your original form. In my eyes, you appear the way you are. They all look different. May I have your terminal for a moment? I need your terminal for Access Pass authorization. In the meantime, I will configure the latest utility modules for you. Madam Magistrate thought you might need it. The utility module on your terminal has been upgraded to the latest iteration. Now, all the utilities, including sensor, levitator, and grapple, should be fully functional. You are now granted unlimited access to all regions in Jinzhou. I have sent your terminal ID to every border pass and residence beacon. You will only need to display your terminal ID or activate a beacon with your terminal for entry. You are free to visit any part of Jinzhou. Yes, including the City Hall. You have full access to its facilities. Also, may I ask, have you decided your place of residence in Jinzhou? If not, Madam Magistrate has arranged accommodation for you in advance, here in the City Hall. I will lead you to your room if you need. Understood. We will be ready to accommodate you anytime. Anything I can help you with, Rover? With pleasure. What do you wish to know about Jinzhou? The Midnight Rangers, under General Jian's command, are a garrison in Jinzhou. They consist of the vanguards for offensive operations against tacit discords, and the rear guards for city defense. Additionally, there is a detachment unit called the Outriders, mostly made up of volunteers or reservists who serve as reconnaissance agents. Most of the servicemen of today are comprised of resonators. With pleasure. What do you wish to know about Jinzhou? Jinzhou is not the most populated city in Huanglong. As a border city, it is the front line in countering tacit discord outbreaks. Jinzhou holds a special place in my heart. I can't say I am too familiar with my hometown, but I do feel a homely sense of attachment to Jinzhou. Maybe it's because here lives a person who changed my life. If I were to introduce Jinzhou with my own words, I'd say it's a city one would easily grow attached to. With pleasure. What do you wish to know about Jinzhou? Anything I can help you with, Rover? Of course. Please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer to the best of my ability. Our magistrate's birth name was Si. She took on the name Jinsi when she became the magistrate of Jinzhou. Nowadays, she is usually addressed as Madam Magistrate. Of course. Please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer to the best of my ability. She is also known as the Loong Maiden because of her resonance connection with our sentinel, Jue, who manifests in the shape of a loong. The ways Huanlong's magistrates interact with their corresponding sentinels can differ. In Jinzhou, our magistrate seems to share a familial bond with the sentinel. Though this is what I understand from what she has told me. I have only seen our sentinel a handful of times. Of course, please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer to the best of my ability. It depends on Madam Magistrate, and it depends on your decision, Rover. Please pardon me. This is all I can say at the moment. Of course, please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer to the best of my ability. Anything I can help you with, Rover? With pleasure. What do you wish to know about the tokens? I suggest looking into where these tokens come from. Examine their locations of origin and explore the sites or past events they represent. Then you should uncover the message Madam Magistrate wanted to convey, and hopefully learn everything you want to know. With pleasure. What do you wish to know about the tokens? Of course, it is fully up to you. With pleasure. What do you wish to know about the tokens? Anything I can help you with, Rover? Of course. Please feel free to ask me anything, and I will answer to the best of my ability. I'm afraid not. I have never seen you before. If I had, I would never forget you. Anything I can help you with, Rover?
Rover! It took you so long. What gives? Was our magistrate a chatterbox? So Madam Magistrate's not in the city hall. It sure is.
Shizia. The increasing tacit fields, uncannily powerful tacit discords, and now, our magistrate's absence.
Plus, the mysterious rover.
I'm afraid.
Well, we've reported to the City Hall, the Ministry of War, and the Academy. We've done everything we can. I mean, this is one long, and we're talking about Jinzhou of all places. We've been through our fair share of unrest over the past 1,000 years, and we've made it together every time. There's been TD outbreaks every year, but we can always trust General Ji Yan, Madam Magistrate, and our Sentinel to have our backs. We're not ones to mess with.
United we stand, a bastion of might. One equals a legion, invulnerable in fight. Well said, Shizia. Do you have any plans, Rover? Rover, do you mind if we have a look at the tokens?
So, what's so special about them? A candy? Oh, I've had these when I was a kid. I think they were called sugar pearls. But I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Went out of trend, maybe.
It reminds me of my childhood. I still remember the taste. It was so sweet. I was really scared of getting my flu shots when I was little. And sometimes the nurse lady would hand out candies like this as a prize for being good. But what does it mean as a token? It seems like a miniature sundial. On this sundial, time seems to be represented by the 12 earthly branches drawn on the outer ring of its surface. And its inner ring shows the 4 symbols, each representing one cardinal direction. These are the 4 famous auspicious beasts in Huanglong's folklore. They are believed to protect people from all 4 directions under heaven. Generally, the teal long represents the east. The white tiger stands for the west. The vermilion bird stands for the south. And finally, we have the black tortoise for the north. It seems the sundial is supposed to show both time and direction. But how can it work when there is not a compass attached? Not to mention, the lack of sunlight basically renders it useless.
Ugh, that requires way too much brain power. The color of this leaf seems a bit odd. Can't tell what tree it is.
I think I can feel something from it. Never mind. It's too faint. Maybe it was just my imagination. Sorry. I can't tell what kind of tree this leaf belongs to either. This is a mangosteen fruit. Mangosteens are not native to Zhenzhou. They are usually imported by boat. I think we can find more mangosteens being sold at the nearby markets. They're not always available for purchase, though. The frequent tacit discord outbreaks can disrupt transportation and cause shortages. The Midnight Rangers have greatly improved the situation in recent years, but still. So Zhixia and I share similar childhood memories of the sugar pearl. Do you remember it too, Rover?
When it comes to candies, no one knows them better than the kids of Jinzhou.
I don't have candy like that. But I've got this. It's really good. You can have one. Madam Magistrate said we should be nice to every guest.
There's still some distance to the Huashu Academy. Let's see who reaches there faster.
I just installed some apps for you. Please try looking for one that's called Utilities on the terminal.
See? Just open the utilities, select the grapple, and there you go. If you want to be a hero like the Jinjo Speedster, you gotta master the grapple. Come on, give it a shot, Rover. Oh, wait a sec. Someone's looking for me. Yeah? What? When did he disappear? Don't worry. It's all right. I'll be right there. Duty calls. Oops. Almost forgot. Can't be late. Sorry, Rover, Yang Yang. I've got to head off for my shift. I'll join you right after I'm done, all right? If you need me, just shout my name. And I, the Jinjo Speedster, will be there in a sec. Stop! Stop! Don't call me that. Anyway, I gotta go. You guys okay on your own? Give me a heads up when there's any updates.
Sure, go do your thing. Don't worry, I'm staying with him. Rover, let's go inside. Baiju hasn't replied to my message. She's probably busy in her lab. Over there must be Mr. Mortefi from the Department of Safety. Baiju once mentioned him before. He might be able to help us get in touch with Baiju, but, it seems we've caught him at a bad time.
Almost met all our needs, but we're wondering if you can further optimize it.
Well, make your feedback specific.
We find it a bit hard to use. It's heavy, and the engine doesn't work that well. Can you reduce its weight by another 10% and double the tacitite energy output?
I see. So you want a portable heavy tank. That's quite a brilliant idea.
Yes, indeed. There must be something you could do, correct? Well, try to cut costs as much as you can, but you can invest in better materials to reduce the weight.
That's easy. But in order to cut costs, I need you to double my research budget.
What do you mean? How can we save money when the budget is doubled?
Oh, so you do know doubling the budget will lead to cost savings. Funny how you apply double standards when you're the one making requests. Regarding the good material you asked for, well, I see some right in front of me. You're the perfect material to be shipped off to the blacksmiths for a good old-fashioned beating. Marvelous. trying to exhaust
This is a
public
testament
research
to my
resources
connection
for
with the world
personal
around
gain
me,
at a time
and-
like this. You must think you're so smart.
You could just admit that you can't do it. How dare you spew such insults in public?
Oh, I apologize if you felt humiliated. I thought you must have a thick skin to present such an unreasonable request. Besides, didn't I just tell you? I can fulfill any request you may have, but that's gonna cost extra.
How dare you? We're divesting. I'm telling you. I'm leaving.
Interesting. Do you really think the meager investment you made over a decade ago is enough to make any difference? I've been paying more money every day to treat my colleagues to afternoon teas. People in Huanglong have a good tradition of reciprocating help generously, and the Academy has been treating its investors with respect. You've already received a 120% return on your investment, haven't you? I suggest you take what you can get. Blame your bad luck for crossing paths with me, the only foreigner here at the Academy. I don't plan to follow that good tradition. I speak up when you get on my nerves. Farewell, you're free to leave.
Anyway, let's try asking him, shall we?
What? You need something? My apologies. Did I startle you?
Mr. Mortifi, please pardon our intrusion. We are friends of Baiju, and we're here to look for her.
I see. I hope I didn't cause any offense earlier.
Not at all. It was us who bothered you.
Baja should be in the data analysis room. I'll go tell her you're here.
Thank you, sir. This is Mortifi, a renowned figure in the Department of Safety. He was born in the new Federation, and he joined the Huashu Academy a few years ago. I heard his talent is truly impressive. People say he's a bit scary at first glance, but he's actually quite kind-hearted once you get to know him. Shizia told me he's quite popular with the kids. Children have been pestering him for all kinds of fancy toys, and he's always open to their requests.
Here you are. The data we collected in the Gorges of Spirits has been submitted for analysis, and we'll have the results today. I have the equipment for your physical examinations ready too. Any discoveries during your trip to the City Hall?
What do you think, Baiju?
I have a hypothesis about the sugar pearl, but I need to verify it first. If possible, I recommend conducting non-destructive tests of all these tokens you have. Data is always straightforward. The first 3 tokens can be tested at my branch's laboratory. This miniature sundial will require radiographic testing, though. To access the necessary equipment, we'll need to file a request with one of the Tacitite Studies-related branches. Yes, Mortifi is the branch of Tacitite Weaponry's head within the Department of Safety. One moment, please.
Give me the items to be tested. Anything else you need me to know, you can let me know now. You may retrieve your items in 20 minutes, and the analysis report will be ready 5 minutes after that. Take a right, and you'll find me in the testing room. I don't see anything special with these items. Speaking of the sugar pearl, you all remember eating sugar pearls like this when you were kids? Oh, I don't think I've ever had anything like this in my childhood. No, I'm from the New Federation. You mean the sugar pearl might be unique to Huanglong?
I remember a nurse lady giving me a candy like that.
So, sugar pearls like this were distributed at hospitals, perhaps.
The sugar pearl might be a type of medicine. Its sweet taste would have made it more palatable to children.
Miss Baija, as a Huanglong local working at the academy, I suppose you already had an idea about what it is?
I do have my theory as to what it is, but it still needs verification. I wouldn't proclaim any solid answers before confirming the chemical composition of this item with reliable data.
Seconded. Let's find out through actual testing then.
It will take some time before the results are ready. If you have other matters to take care of, you should go ahead. I'll let you know once we have the results.
Shall we wait here at the academy, Rover?
Sure you can. But don't forget your physical examination. I'll see you in a while for that. I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status and see if there are any unusual fluctuations. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Do you have any questions before we begin? Based on the samples collected, the Tacit Discord you defeated was at least an Overlord class. After defeating it, you seemingly absorbed its frequency energy with your bare hands. Tacit Discords are classified according to the concentration levels of their characteristic frequencies. Generally, Tacit Discords with higher concentration levels are considered to pose greater threats. The current classification levels, from lowest to highest, are Common, Elite, Overlord, and Calamity. Additionally, there is a special type of Tacit Discord, and we call them the Threnodians. Do you have any questions before we begin? When a Tacit Discord is eliminated, its frequency energy may linger in the form of an incorporeal manifestation, which is known as a reverberation. A resonator's terminal collects and records said reverberations, turning them into echoes that can be directed as desired. The combat abilities of these echoes can then be replicated through the terminal's databank module, enabling resonators to use them in battles. Additionally, some echoes' abilities allow resonators to briefly transform into their shapes. Yes, to some extent. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Can you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal? I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. So it was indeed absorbed into your body. The Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body, leaving no trace behind. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy. How do you define monster? For resonators like you, such abnormal fluctuations in frequency typically lead to overclocking. When a resonator's mental capacity is overwhelmed, they may lose control of their forte, causing an overflow of resonance energy. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risks of overclocking. your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator I've encountered. Your risk of overclocking should be minimal. You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside your body. A universe. That's a poetic and intriguing comparison. It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still. This is the Academy's simulated training ground. Don't worry, Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated tacit discords like you normally would.
One is the sound. One is the sound.
Leave it to me. An oversight. Transmitting frequency. As Yotan had previously detected, your bodily functions are in good condition, and you seem entirely unaffected by the Crownless's energy. Now, we will temporarily boost your resonance ability for further testing.
Break. Moment of resonance.
Leave it to me.
Swift and resolute.
Not the slightest fluctuation in your frequency energy. So it was not your resonance ability either. I suppose we'll do another round to fully test your potential. Acceptable damage.
Precipitant!
Shape the shapeless.
Leave it to me. Verity shines. Acceptable damage.
One with the sound.
We have gathered all the data we need. The test is ending soon. Rover, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
Rover, can you hear me? Hello?
The comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit? I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening? Are those tacit discords?
Rover! Rover! Oh, thank goodness! You're awake, Baiju. What happened just now? The connection was suddenly cut off.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? A giant tacit discord with a scythe. It doesn't sound like the Crownless. Might be even higher ranked. This is the first time we've run into anything like this since we put the training ground into use. The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres. Our goal was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated sonorosphere. But we cannot guarantee that all abnormal frequencies were eliminated. Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured. Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to memory manifestations of sentient beings. You may have encountered one such manifestation. I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation, and they resonated with your subconscious. Or perhaps they were lifted from your subconscious in the first place. I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. Not until we've run a thorough analysis on the data collected. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it. In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect health. In fact, all the data look quite good. But if you feel anything unusual, please come find me anytime.
I am Baiju, a researcher at the Huashu Academy. Let me witness where this encounter will take us.
May this journey bring us closer to the truth.
Fate has led you to me. And considering the terms I'm offering, you wouldn't refuse me, would you? See, I always choose the winning side. Yours.
Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test results?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It sounds different from a solid object. It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate mortise and tenon puzzle box. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there is a small paper scroll inside. However, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. Automata mechanics isn't my field of study. I specialize in developing tacitite weapons, but the foundational theories behind these applied technologies are quite similar. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and access the paper scroll. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like. No need to ask him. I can help you with this. I just need some time to think it over. One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data. Good taste. Well, since you've put it that way.
Rover, Mr. Mortefi's expression seems to have softened, don't you think? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling. It looks like Mr. Mortefi needs more time. Maybe we should give him some space to concentrate. Rover, let's come back later, shall we? Please don't touch that. It's dangerous. Rover, I don't think we'll find what we need here. Rover!
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed, you just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll draw up a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place. He keeps a box full of them.
Mr. Mortifi? Is that the person you were talking to earlier? Mr. Xiang Liao, I think?
Yes. It doesn't take me much effort to figure out this little sundial here. But I do admit talking with Jiang Li made it easier. He's the expert in automata mechanics I mentioned earlier. The only principal investigator we currently have. Considering its dreadful conditions, I can't agree more. How could he choose to work in such terrible condition? It's like willingly playing a score backwards.
I see. Shall we go and retrieve the parts now, Rover? I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks much better than Mr. Mortifi's description. Though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start. This should be it. It's quite a box full. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortefi. Mr. Mortefi, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena. And the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortefi?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing, but it's falling out of daily use. Now, what kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries. The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it. It's located on the way shelf. Mao Cheng Si Wu Wei. Rover, it's here! There are 2 photos here. Huh. If I remember correctly, Zhenzhou was established during a year of Wei, several cycles ago. The Zhenzhou City Hall and Huashu Academy were built in the same year. The Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Zhenzhou's founding. And the formidable tacit discord described here? I believe it is the Crownless. Rover, about the sugar pearl.